you?
that. I'm good. How are you?
Good. You look amazing. Damn, girl.
Thanks. I was going through the most. Like, I was trying to make myself look less tired, but I kept touching my eyes, so now I'm pink and I look more tired.
Hey, bruh. Yo, the people can't know. But how have you been?
Good. Good. Um, yeah, good. There are the the tough
Yep.
times, but we keep it moving. How are you? How are you?
I'm good, bruh. I'm very excited for today. I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. So, and also I
I
haven't
get
seen
so
you in
nervous.
10,000
I get so
years.
nervous to do like lives and interviews and podcasts because
Same.
I lose my words. So let's hope this goes well.
I'm sure it will. All right, so welcome to everyone, to those who have already joined and to those who are going to join. I am live with the one and only Naye Ayla, and I'm so excited for today. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my questions. So why don't you, for the folks that don't know you, why don't you just quickly introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Naye Ayla. I am a musician, a composer, I'm a writer. I am an artist. I am a psychologist, and just an all-round lover of love, you know? And
Yeah,
basically that is the reason why I do everything I do. Me.
definitely. Definitely one of the most loving people I've ever met in my life.
Oh my God, that's so nice.
Yep. I mean, and not only are you an amazing person, but I mean, you're an amazing singer as well. So how long have you been singing for?
Dude, like I've probably been singing my whole life. Like I used to write down my songs when I was younger
Yeah,
and sing in the choir and sing in school productions and. But I started to take it very seriously somewhere between 15 and 18, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. So I would say that I've been at my craft professionally for about 7 or 8 years.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so you said when you decided that this is what you're gonna do with your life. So you're very unique, not only in, your lyrics, but also in your delivery. So how would you describe your sound?
I don't know. I really have a difficult time with this question. And I think
Yeah,
it's more important to everybody else than it is to me. Um, I, if I have to, fill in a form that's putting me in a subdivision, it's R&B, it's neo soul,
yes,
but I think in the same breath, it's very experimental. It kind of I try to, not that I do it on purpose, but I bend the R&B sound to see what else I can explore within that sound. But at the roots of it is soul. Everything
yeah.
is about soul. The writing is soulful, the delivery is soulful. So no matter where it goes, I think it'll always be fundamentally soul music.
Okay. Like, okay, I'm about to hype you up now. I met you last year, and the first time I met you, we actually recorded
Beautiful.
Mercury. The year, was that the year
Beautiful.
before?
Yeah,
Serious?
2018. Yeah.
Yo, time flies when your life is
Were
falling
we
apart.
recording Mercury?
Yes, that was the first time we met.
I remember that day. Sick.
And yo, I remember when you started singing, I looked at yours truly and I'm like, where did you find this woman? Because damn, bruh. Yo, no, you have such an amazing voice. And also one of the things that like really amazed me about you is like just how quick you are with everything. You know what I mean? Like you walk in, you're ready, you know, we don't waste time with no warm-ups, it's just go. And
I'm in
bruh,
the
you're
spirit.
like you're literally not only one of my favorite artists to listen to, but also to work with. So
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Like, honestly, I remember that day you definitely made like, it's really difficult to walk into a space and find people that you don't know and
Yes.
like relax into it. But you are so gentle, your energy is so gentle. It was so easy to just like keep it moving and do what we have to do. So back at you, my nigga.
And no lie, I was so nervous because it wasn't only my first time working with you, but it was also my first time working with yours truly. So I'm like, how do I behave? Am I professional? Am I chilled? But I'm really glad that, it was such a great atmosphere. Fact. Um, so you've been in this industry for quite a while, right? And is it quite, would we say quite a while?
I wouldn't say quite a while. I think in the industry, maybe a year, 2 or 3 max. But I think before that, I wasn't quite in. I was just like some
Ah,
kid in the streets.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've had some, bad experiences in the past, um, but how have you sort of, yeah, I'm not going to ask you to go into detail, but but like how, um, I always struggle with this question, but like how did you manage to stay positive, I guess, or keep the passion burning, I'd say.
As cliche as the shit sounds, um, I just know where I have to go,
Yeah,
and even though things keep on happening that try to deter me from that, like it doesn't change the fact that I know where I have to go. I can't stop going there because that's where I need to go. So
yes,
yeah, I've been knocked out a couple of times and I needed some recovery time, but like nothing is gonna change the fact that this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
yes.
Literally, like come at me with everything that you want. This is my life. Like this is what I do. So I have decided that it's important that by the time I get where I want to go, that my experience was full. I don't want to miss any part of it. And I appreciate the times that sucked because the times that are better just feel so good. And
Yeah,
so I don't know. I just want to be present and I want to enjoy people. I can't believe the people that I have been privileged enough to meet on this journey. And I think that's like the real gift. Like, tune into those people, enjoy the journey. Like, they're sharing so fucking much with you that, like,
yeah.
I can't let the things that didn't work out take away from this. So, yeah, I just really like being alive in the experience and not being down about stuff that you can't change.
Bars. That was a dope response. So last year, DJ Sliqe dropped an album, Injayam Volume 2, and you feature on not one, but two of the tracks on the album. So this question is a two-parter. How did that happen? And then what was that experience like for you?
It was so cool. He's such a chill dude. I got a call. I was like at school in the library studying for my finals, and I got a call, and he's like, "Hi, dude, it's Slick. Got your number from a friend. Was wondering if you want to come into studio." And I was like, "Hey, with who? With me?" I was so confused. Like, got my
Yeah.
number from you. I was so shook, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, like." I dropped what I was doing, fuck that paper, like, and we went into studio. I passed. We went into studio, and from then it just sort of seamlessly happened. Him and Radix, they played me a bunch of beats, and we were just chilling, hanging out, listening to stuff, and then I would just run into the booth to try something, and then
Yeah.
happened. And then I met Tolwana, and he was like, "What if you guys made a song?" We were like, "You know what? Let's just do something now." We started writing, and it happened. Yeah, it was so easy, so good.
Yeah. Nah, that's so good
Yeah.
to hear. When it's a dope experience.
Dude, it's good people. Like when
Yes.
people are just genuine and they just want to like share and enjoy music. That's exactly what it was.
Hmm. That's beautiful. And when you look at the track list on the album, I mean the features, yay,
It's hot.
Casper, hey, fire, fire. So I mean that's a dope feat for you to be amongst, such,
I'm really, really honored. Going
yeah,
into it, that wasn't like an expectation at all. I was so excited to be able to go into a new space of music and see what happens. And I think everything just started to fall into place. Slick called me and he was like, "Bruh, I'm putting both of the songs on the album." And I was like,
well,
"Okay," you know. It
yeah.
was great divine intervention. I don't know, man. It was very cool.
That's so dope. And what some people might not know, the album was nominated in this year's South African Music Awards, which basically means you are a SAMA nominee. What was your reaction when you found out?
I was a little bit confused, like why people were congratulating me, you know. So I sent Slick a message and I was like, "Bro, congratulations, this is so huge." And he was like, "Nah, dude, congratulations to you too." And I was like, "Why?" And he
Yeah,
was like, "No, your song is nominated as well. It is a part of the whole repertoire." And I was like, "Me too." Like, so I can say I'm a nominee. And he was like, "Yes, dude." I couldn't quite like grasp it, but I
yeah,
knew that it was like really, it was a warm feeling. It's just one of those moments where you can see that you're doing something, because you've gone so long not sure whether you're moving at all, whether you're making strides. And in that moment, I
yes.
was just like, "That's cool." It was cool.
Okay. I mean, this year, despite the fact that, we're all going through the most with Corona, I mean, it's been a great year for music, and you have been hinting at a new EP. So, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So there is a new EP. Um, it's done. It's practically done. Just a thing or two here, over here and there, tweaking,
Yeah,
um, finishing up with the mastering. But yeah, it is done, and it's so nice to be able to say that this thing is done because I've been recording for the past 3 years, just thinking, okay, it's going to be the end of this year, or it's going to be June, or it's going to be,
yeah,
and now I know it's done. I know all that's left is putting the dates and all of that stuff. It feels really good, and I'm really, really excited to share this part of myself, in the music.
that's dope. I actually have heard some of the EP, and
Of
woof,
course you have.
woof,
What do you
yay,
think?
bruh. Wow, just wow. Like people are not ready, bruh. Like you've just tapped into like I can't even describe it. Like, but you just tapped into some other, you know what I mean? And oof,
Ah, dude,
I'm
bless your soul.
excited. I'm excited.
Oh my, I've gone through every phase. I've been excited, I've been nervous, I've been doubtful, and just a bit shaky, and then sure, and then confident, and
Yes.
I'm just kind of ready to not have it in my hands anymore, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but I think the one thing that I can say about it is whether or not it is received in any particular way, the bottom line is that it is so true and it's so honest and it is genuinely exactly where I was in each one of those songs, I mean the messages. And I took time
Yes.
to weave it together and think it through and just kind of encapsulate all of the different ideas in that thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't hear all of it, but what I did hear like was absolutely incredible. I mean, your diversity, not only musically but artistically. Oof, bruh. Like, oof,
Thank
I
you. That feels so nice. I'm excited.
Okay, so I'm like on my last question now. That really flew by.
That was quick. What?
Yeah. So, well, I'm gonna add another question after that, actually. But
Okay.
Are you feeling, or do you feel optimistic for independent artists, specifically in R&B, in that alternative realm? Do you think that things are coming up for us?
I I genuinely think that there's never been a better time to be a popping little nobody. Literally, this is nobody's land. Like
Yeah,
it's such a beautiful time to be an independent artist and to have a bunch of ideas and visions. Like if ever there was a time, it's now. And I think that things are looking really good. There are so many talented young musicians who have the craziest worlds to offer to music as it is, and also just to the general structure of music that we've had here in South
yeah,
Africa for many. So there's so much diversity, and we have so many stories, and they're new stories, and they're our stories, and we have the space to communicate the shit to each other. It's so cool. It's so cool. I think it's gonna be amazing, dude. Yo, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. Yeah.
so, okay, my extra question, and then I'll probably open it up if anybody, who's watching wants to ask you a
Ask us
question. Um,
questions if you wanna.
what advice would you give, to up and coming artists who are, feeling a bit insecure or, who are doubting themselves, struggling with self-confidence, that kind of thing?
Wanting to have the exact same voice as everybody else is not the answer. There's no space for that. Everybody else's voice exists already. You need to find every opportunity to stick out as yourself.
Yeah,
And so if you are feeling like, oh no, nobody understands me, it's fine. It's fine. That's exactly what people need. People need something they don't understand to feel like they can continue journeying through a world where they're misunderstood, and they can understand that if you're different, it's perfect. You need to just stick to your guns, bruh. Like, be yourself, and also don't be impatient. Like, things take time, they grow, they strengthen, they harden. You need to give yourself a chance, and be different. Be different. That is the goal. Be different, and if you stick to being different, then you're gonna give people something that they didn't even know that they needed. So don't be disheartened when people don't understand you. They're not supposed to understand you. You're within process. And people are gonna make you feel bad about yourself,
mm,
and use that to fuel you. There is a reason why the people who are listening to you are listening to you. There is something that you are saying that speaks to people. You just don't have enough people yet. So, like, just keep going, dude.
mm,
Oh, and one
bars.
thing. One thing that I've noticed is that we really, really forget our achievements quickly. And we latch on to the bad things that happened. Like, it happened 6 years ago, but you're still so passionate about it. But you don't continuously, like, repeat and affirm the things that you have done, no matter how small they are. Where were you this
Yeah,
time last year? You may not have as much money as you wanted, but you know five more people that can bring you closer to that dream. Focus on the little things that are different and that are better, and realize that you are moving and not in the same space anymore. You know? Yeah. And that's my TED talk. Like,
yeah. Out here dropping
and
pearls of wisdom. Woof. Okay, so I've reached the end of my questions, so I'm gonna open it up to you guys if you guys wanna
you
ask
have a
Naye.
question? Check.
Yeah,
Betty, you're pouting. Betty, why are you pouting?
I'm not pouting.
Woo! You guys ain't got no questions?
Axe, guys, axe.
It's all love though. Wow, guys, thank you so much for like joining and shit. It's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
My bad. This thing is like leaning on my laptop. Oh, dude, it's a lot. I had to maneuver to get this right for you.
Bruh, I'm holding it in my hands. It's exhausting.
It's a lot. Okay,
I need a
Betsy,
tripod.
can you please get a Naye and Jvsn collab? Absolutely, bruh. Yes. Yes.
I'll send you something soon.
I'm excited. When are you dropping? Ash, dude, I can't tell you guys the dates yet because then you're gonna hold me to it. You know, let me tell you when it's been approved and stuff. You know, just to make sure that it's the right song. No problems.
Oh, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Um, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I have a question for you. Creative blocks. How or what advice would you give creatives with regards to creative blocks? Because I know that creative blocks can be very frustrating for some people. So what would you know?
I think a creative block is part of the writing process. It's just the part where your body's forcing you to take a break, you know, because you've been knocking this, writing, doing this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Um, Apex, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, so when you are going through a writer's block, stop writing, bro. What the fuck? Like your body is begging you to just chill. Stop writing. Stop writing. You need to maybe just go focus on something else that will refuel and re-inspire your writing. You know, it's like I don't know, taking a sprint. You need to rest before your next one. Like we don't give ourselves a break. We don't stop. We just always music. You go from rehearsal to studio to performing to writing to meetings about it. So when you have writer's block, spend your time doing something else, and suddenly it's gonna like gush back to you. You're tired. Writer's block is not a bad thing. It's not a crisis. Don't put it on you like, oh my God, now I'm stuck. You need to chill. You need to relax, you know? Yeah.
So thank you so much for that.
It's a pleasure. Okay, let's see here.
Yes,
But in Naye International Ministries, shout out, dude. They'll open something. How have you felt with your worst of moments? Hey, let me tell you guys something. I performed at a concert in Sharpeville. Oh, and in Witbank. Um, and I got booed. They booed me from the beginning of my song to the end of the song, and I had 4 songs to perform. Okay, so the second one they warmed up to me, but the other one in Witbank, they booed me till my
what?
ears fell off, and it was traumatizing. It was so disheartening, and I questioned everything. It was terrible, but I sang all 4 songs, bro, while they're going. It was just a
No.
case of really, really bad planning. I shouldn't have been at 2 a.m. after a gom set, but things like that really do happen, and you're not everybody's flavor, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. How did the DJ Sliqe collab come about? Ish spoke about this. I'm gonna tell you. Um, he found out about me from Langa. I think they were in studio and he asked Langa about any musicians female singers that he knows, and then Langa put me on, bruh. What a put on.
The clap.
And then yeah, Sliqe called me and said, "Do you want to come to studio?" And the rest was history. Have I dealt with bad criticism? So much. Um, a lot of people say that I can't sing or I sound, I don't know, just there's been a lot of things, or she's not that good. I've had people who said that, like, I'm just lucky that I'm nice, but I'm not
Wow.
that good. Or I'm lucky that, like, I know people or people have supported me.
Yeah.
Um, so I've been booed off stage. I've had my performances canceled a minute before I'm going on stage, you know, like crazy, crazy things that make you feel like you're not worth it. But it happens, dude. You can't be everybody's flavor. You really can't. So, okay. Um, Naye, how did you come up with the content you speak about in your music? Does it just come to you organically? Are you conscious about the process? Um, So I'm kind of led by my writing. Sometimes it feels like someone came into my body, wrote, and then I, got my body back. Um, I literally only decipher the things I'm speaking about after I put them to pen. Yeah, so I kind of it just flows out of me at random moments. I'll be like stepping out of a taxi and I have an idea that I can't forget, and I have to record a VN while like getting out the taxi because I need to keep the thought, you know. Middle of conversations, I hear sounds that inspire like feelings, and so it's always just random. And if you know me, you've probably seen me like pull to the side and record something while people are talking and then come back and sort of rejoin the conversation. So yeah, it's a haphazard process.
Okay. Oh, I have another question. Mm. So, was it last year or the year before when you had that show at the Hive in Braamfontein when you had that big band?
Last year,
What was that
yeah.
like? Was it last year? What was that like for you?
It was such a beautiful night. It was such a beautiful night, and the people involved had such a beautiful contribution, you know. Um, we decided to go bigger. So that we were like a three-piece band. There were like three of us, and then there was this band that I performed with once in Pretoria. And I was speaking to them and I was like, oh, would you guys like do this thing? It's kind of in 4 days. And they were like, you know what, send us the music, let's do it. We had one rehearsal. It was a 10, 11-hour rehearsal on the Tuesday. We were all
Okay.
meeting. A lot of them were meeting for the first time. And we played the music and we just boom, 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 like just banging it into our heads over and over and
Yeah.
over, you know. And it was so beautiful. When we got on stage, they're just, when you are working with a group of people who all individually are passionate about what they're doing. When it comes together, it's just like, pew, it's passion
Fact.
multiplied. It's crazy. It was such a beautiful night. Ah, and there was a moment. I think that's the most special moment of my life. The moment Mercury started and I said, I am ready.
Ah,
The whole room sang every single word from beginning to end. I had never felt anything like that in my life. I didn't know, bruh. I didn't know that people cared so deeply. I knew people cared, but like so, so deeply. It was,
yep.
I, I, I don't really have the words. It's just the most magical thing I've ever felt.
Yeah,
It's love.
definitely.
It good
And
night.
yeah, and also like what I really loved about that is because I recorded the song, so I heard the studio version, and even that was impactful. And then hearing it live, and whew, it just it was a whole new experience. It was as if I was hearing the song for the first time, but I had heard it before. It slapped different, bruh. Whew, that
You
night
know
was
what's crazy?
magical.
My band and I have never ever performed a song the same way twice. Ever. Every single gig we have is a new rendition. We create a different feel of a drum loop. We had one performance where we turned all the music into like Latin vibes. So everything had a Latin percussion, blah, blah, blah. Like we always change the music. Like they're so passionate and they're so dedicated and they're so in love with the music, bruh, like their own music, that it's so easy to just
Yeah,
constantly like feed off of that and come up with new things. So yeah, it was very cool.
beautiful. Are there any more questions?
Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. How did you get signed up? I'm not signed, love. I am not signed to anything doing this independent broke game, my nigga. Not for long.
Independent.
Let's speak the money into our lives because, whoo, what a difficult
Bruh,
time financing music.
dudes.
Yeah, but okay, I don't know. I think that's like all the questions.
Yeah. Woo, I really enjoyed this session. Definitely. Yeah. Can Naye serenade us a bit? Yeah, do it a cappella.
Who is this person who would ask this thing? Did you guys stress me? I don't know how to sing with people when I'm not ready.
Bro, I hate that so much.
um, the project will be dropping soon.
That's
Like
all.
really, really
Soon.
soon. Yeah, like soon. As in, we're just submitting and doing all the admin. That's soon. Yeah. No date yet though.
We're excited. Cannot wait.
Also, like, I know that people really, really want more music, and I have no words to express the gratitude that I feel for how long people have waited for me to get my shit together and get to this point. Like, yo, that is not unnoticed. Like, I'm so, 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 so grateful. I really do appreciate it. It'll be worth it. Always felt
Definitely.
like the music was always impactful and elevating. Ironic and beautiful to see how it's going to elevate you when you're aligned like this. The big Begos stars are aligned. Trev, that last line, what did it say? The stars are aligned. If you're saying the stars are aligned, then motherfucking facts. Thank you. That really, really means a lot. Like, that's so kind. I really appreciate that. And I also just, it's not even that I can't wait to see it align. I do feel it align. I can't wait to share that alignment with everybody. I just feel really confident about the space that I'm in because it feels so wholesome and real, and so it should be good, bruh. Like, things should be okay. Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's us. Thank you so
Thanks for
much
having
for,
me.
thank you so much for spending the time. Hey, like I really do appreciate it. And obviously the people enjoyed, obviously people enjoyed hearing what you have to say. And so thank you so much for sharing with us. And thank you to all of you who joined. Thank you so much. I had a really good time. Much love, Holmes. I hope to see you soon, hey?
Look out on my social media pages. We will be announcing a bunch of stuff in the next like 3 weeks. So, okay, bye.